very well-known leader in this country said that any attempt to attack and fight insurgency is an attack on the North. So, you know, when you have such huge political considerations, there are difficulties. I mean, Buhari said that in the newspaper. General Buhari said that any attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North. So what do you do as a government? So you want to attack Boko Haram, at the same time, a leader, a respected person in society, somebody who carries, I mean, the last vote, the last election, over 12 million people voted for him from the North. A man like that, you cannot ignore him. Now he says that if you continue to attack Boko Haram, you are attacking the North. You must be careful.
Are you surprised to hear this from this man? His name is Donyo Okokwe. He was one time a PDP chieftain. He is a doctor and a politician. He just revealed how the past president Muhammadu Buhari nursed Boko Haram with northern leaders. This happened during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. Boko Haram was sponsored heavily because they want to remove Goodluck Jonathan from office. They sponsor the abduction of Chibok girls. They sponsor different kind of terrorists, bombing churches, do all sort of things so that they will say that Jonathan was incompetent. And that was what really happened. Because of all these things, they said Jonathan was incompetent, that he cannot rule Nigeria again, and so many people voted against him. Only few Nigerians knew that everything they labeled against Jonathan, that it was orchestrated by these northern politicians. Some of the names they mentioned then was Sheriff Amodu, something like that, one-time governor of Borno State, that handed over to Kashim Shettima. And all this insecurity happened when Kashim Shettima was the governor of Sokoto State. And Kashim Shettima was also indicted of protecting and sponsoring Boko Haram. And that is to tell you how divided Nigeria is. People are not understanding what is going on. Nigeria is so divided that if somebody from the southwest enter as a president, people from the north will begin to sponsor terrorists. If somebody in the north entered, people from the south will begin to sponsor Niger Delta militant. Nigeria is so divided that this country is supposed not to be a nation, because from the definition of nation, it has to do with a cultural value, ideological value. People who have the same idea, the same culture, the same understanding, even though they are not the same language, but let it be the same understanding. And that is the core value of democracy. Because what the Westerners brought to us, they call it democracy, is not democracy. Democracy, as they define it, is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So when somebody who is not your person is leading you, it's no longer democracy, because it's a government that your people is not leading you, and the government is not by you, and you don't have the opportunity to choose a leader. Even though they will say that you have voted, that vote is not reflecting in the choice of leadership. So that is what is going on in Nigeria. And the insecurity situation, I am trying to expose it to Nigerians for them to understand what is really going on. Not because a lot of people don't know, but there are still a huge percentage of Nigerians who don't know about this crisis of insecurity. So if they tell you that APC government and also part of PDP, that they form Boko Haram, they form it so that they can destabilize the Goodluck Jonathan administration, would you agree? Now, the insurgents that they nurtured is now eating them up. The insurgent they nurtured, the sponsor, is now eating them up. Recently, a lady on the Arise News morning show revealed another revelation, that most of the minerals that are found in the northern part of the country, they will hide it. They will not put it into the national treasury. But the oil in the southern Nigeria is for everybody. The gold in Zamfara is only for the bandits. They exploit this gold, they use it to sponsor insecurity in the northern part of the country, and nobody's talking about this. This must be exposed in this 2024. No matter what happened, these secrets that Nigerians have been hiding since must be exposed. And it is going to be exposed in the sense that Nigeria will never endure it. We will never have patience, and our emotion can never carry it without trooping out in the street to demand for justice. This year, Nigerians are going to demand for justice for everything that has been happening in the country. Just imagine On September 15, 2021, United Arab Emirates, they released 6 names of persons who are sponsoring the insurgents in Nigeria. After releasing the 6 names of those who are sponsoring the insurgent, they said that the Nigerian government put pressure on them not to release one of the names that is working with Nigerian government, then the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. Up till now, none of them have been arrested, and insecurity still persists. And the police, the soldiers, these whole security agencies are telling us that they are going to fish out people who are sponsoring this insurgency. Who are they deceiving? What do they call us, or what do they take us from? I think the patience of Nigerians is running out so fast. Now, everything is against the people, not against the government. They write free cards from the taxpayers' money. They embezzled money. They take huge amount of money as incentives and salary. But everything, including fuel, they buy fuel. Most of them don't pay for fuel. And fuel is at high increase. They cost it, not we. We are not the one that cost it. They cost it. And what is happening now is that the salary of civil servants, that even the whole senators' salary and incentives for 1 year can pay almost the whole Nigerian salary of civil servant. They are not increasing the salary. So how can they survive in this hard economy? So I think as they are about to move fuel to 1,200, as Naira is about to crash more, Nigerians will never bear this again.
Don't ever believe that a politician is a leader. Don't ever believe that. Because the system that we have produces politicians. It doesn't produce leaders. And so you can have a politician who knows nothing about leadership, and he's leading you. Politicians are concerned about the next election. That's all they're interested in. That's why they cannot be leaders. But leaders are different. Leaders are concerned about the next generation. I want you to compare those two thoughts the next time you have a politician come to your house wanting to vie for your vote. Just ask him, what is your vision for my children? I will sit and listen for 20 minutes for you to tell me what it is. He will leave your house because he has no interest in your children's children. His concern is to stay in power, to keep the position, to win the next election. This is why they cannot lead. When you are going to have a conversation with a politician, you should actually try this as a test. You, by the way, as a citizen of a community, you have a right to be seen by the mayor. I hope you know that. If you voted for a mayor, the mayor works for you. Therefore, you have a right to see him. You can make an appointment to see any public officer you voted for. Did you know that? That's your legal right. If he don't want to see you, you can take him to court. That's democracy. So I want you to make an appointment to go and see your mayor or go and see your governor and just sit and say, I want 30 minutes with you, sir. And ask him about that list right there. Sir, what is your purpose for being in leadership in this city? What is your purpose? The first question will make him very nervous. Second question, what is your passion for our community? He'll be wondering what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I just want to build roads and bridges and provide jobs. No. What is your passion? And this is why we need to question the leaders we have. And so I have a little thought here. I call it politics versus leadership. Let's talk about it for a second. Number one, politicians focus on programs, not vision. Number two, politicians' priority is securing the next election, not securing the next generation. Their focus is different. Number three, politicians are preoccupied with promises, not purpose. What we need is statesmen statesmen. We don't need more politicians. A statesman is an interesting human. A statesman think of the next generation.